Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, classmates. I'm John Louis Paglinawan.
I'm May S. Palespo.
And I'm Kim Jo Bordo. The topic that we're going to discuss is all about cultivating schools as caring communities. So we begin by exploring the concept of community and the idea of the school as a caring community. So we examine cultivation as a metaphor for leadership that is self-caring and that is well-suited to development schools as caring communities. So following this opening discussion, we present an overview of different approaches for developing caring and community. So number one, developing capacity for caring community among teachers and students. So kani siya is kanang pag-build of community ang iyang gi-refer ni school para maka-benefit ang both students and teachers. So example is developing capacity to make the teachers more effective while the students can acquire an abundance of knowledge and ma-enhance po ng ilang skills and so many others na mga benefits. So number two, developing organizational conditions conducive to caring community. It is refers to leadership, especially the principals, which is center siya ni nga topic. Nga dapat fair siya sa tanan. You as a principal, you should have to be flexible, no? For instance, ang mga estudyante na maging sila nga hinaing na sila mga concerns, while also ang teachers naman po. So dapat maminaw ka, you are willing maminaw sa ila ang mga nanay sila mga concerns and tagaan po sila nimo og actions, especially if para siya sa improvements para sa schools and sa teachers, sa mga estudyante maka-improve. So next, the meaning of caring community. So according to Big and Foster 1999, observed that the word community is frequently associated with a strong sense of belonging experienced by students and adults, shared by members of the schools, a common agenda of activities that demarks membership and the relationship among members characterized by mutual care and support. So apparently, looking out for one another and cooperating to address each member's physical, mental, and overall health and safety. So kasagaran ang mga dagko dyan nga school is lagi na sila yung mga guidance counselors, ay clinics, ay janitor, ay janitress, ay guards, no, ay mga naka-designate ng mga guards. So also in terms of differences like gender identity, race, culture, tradition, beliefs. So ang school is accept siya, wala siya gipili. So next, leadership cultivation. So as community is an effective way to think about schools as caring places for students. Cultivation is an effective way to think about leadership by which caring community is developed and nurtured. Cultivation is a metaphor for leadership focused on growth and development. Leadership as cultivation recognizes school community for its dynamic, innately human, and relational qualities. It acknowledges that neither caring nor community can be commanded or willed into being. As a leader or as a principal, you have to show fair care to your constituents. So, as what I have said earlier na, as a school leader or as a school principal, you have willing ka nga mo nga maminaw sa mga concerns sa mga estudyante, also sa mga teachers na magiging na sila mga concerns, suggestions nga dapat po i-address. And especially if makitaan po nimo nga ang ilang mga suggestions, ilang mga concerns is para po sa kayuhan, sa eskwelahan, then sa school community. Also, caring is placed when there is a good relationship, a genuine collaboration between between leaders, students, and teachers. So next, approaches to cultivating caring and community. So both educational and non-educational literatures point to ways of cultivating caring community. So there are four approaches. So that is structuring the experience of belonging. Second, the promoting positive relationship. Third, administering community. And last is building community in schools. So in each approach is a strong theme of caring and a range of leadership practices to promote it. So structuring the experience of belonging. So example, to experience a sense of belonging, you as a principal or school leader dapat mo-attend ka sa mga event like school activities or mga family day or mga Christmas party ba. Kailangan gila siya ni time. And also ka mga meetings, na mga forums, dapat mo-attend ka kay isa po siya nga makapromote sa a sense of belongingness. Next, promoting positive relationship. So first is acknowledgement. So dapat imong i-acknowledge ang mga accomplishments or mga achievements sa teachers and students. Dapat i-acknowledge nimo ang ilang mga efforts, ang ilang mga nabuhat. Okay, isa po na siya nga promote sa positive relationship. Then limit state limitations. Kailangan ko especially na ay mga ang principals sa mga tagman sila mga trabaho po sa teachers. So dapat kailangan pong makaya sa teachers like dili lang pod ma-overload ang ilang workload, no? Dili lang pod heavy ang workload. So kana siya maka-promote po na siya positive relationship sa principals and teachers. Then dapat na siya good effect sa students dayon. Next, administering community. So as principal that administers the school community, you have to supervise. For instance, kanang mga class observations. So dapat masuri po ka na sa mga teach rooms. No, mo-observe ka sa both students and teachers na while nag-classes sila. So another one is kanang mag-evaluation ka kung in terms of school needs, i-evaluate if asay kailangan i-improve, asay kailangan i-address para ma-improve po ang imong school community. So you have to supervise. Last one is building community in schools. So it is still involve the leadership in terms of leadership. Then in building community in schools, dapat the most important is building a good relationship to one another. Dapat maayos na agin mo positive relationships, no? Na ikaw as a leader, ikaw mga role model, dapat maayo po ka mo dala sa imong mga constituents. Next, developing the capacity for caring community among teachers and staff. So, leader modeling. Modeling is a potentially effective leadership practice for cultivating a caring community. It can communicate and reinforce norms and values and strengthen social bonds around which caring school communities form and function. Leader modeling can contribute to developing capacity for caring among students, faculty, staff, parents, and caregivers. Principals are important models for faculty and staff by virtue of their rules and positional authority in schools. So, since ang principals is a center, sa ang topic, ang center dyan is principals. So, principal serves as a leader, so dapat kung sa dyan agatong mga maayong buhaton, mo dyan ito ipakita sa students and teachers, no? So, dapat do good rather than the personal interest. So, dapat. So, next, coaching. A more direct and active way that principals can develop the capacity for caring community among teachers and staff members is coaching. Coaching helps develop particular attitudes and ways of acting and interacting. It focuses primarily on thinking, behavior, and job performance, according to Ellinger and Keller 2003. Coaching is placed when you as a principal focuses on both strengths and areas of improvements of the teacher and teaching and enhancing teaching practices. Principals as mentors, you have to guide or support, especially kanang mga new teachers, kanang bagong kasulutay, kanang mga new mga staff, like kanang dili po mga teacher ba, like mga guards or mga janitor. So dapat imo po na silang supportan po sila mo, especially bago pa sila, you have to cater them and entertain them, no? Imo po silang entertainon. Kung usay buhaton, kung usay buhaton inside the schools, mga rules.
Formal professional development, which is under gyapon siya sa developing the capacity for caring community among teacher and staff. Ang formal professional development kay another way to develop teacher and staff capacity for caring community through formal programs of professional development, such as mga workshop or seminar, or attending conference related na po sa needs and concerns para ma-develop o ma-promote ang tanan. These programs can promote community by focusing on knowledge of community norms and values, as well as skills for fostering caring relationship with students. Ilang ipang-discuss sa ilang mga seminars o mga conference kay ang ilang mga situations, knowledge of strategies, mga ilang lahing strategies unsaon pag-caring sa ilang community dayon. Nag-focus po sila sa concrete task nila o sa ilang mga works. Dinadiscuss nila ilang mga needs of interest, other learning opportunities, ang improvement sa schools, sa grade level o mismo sa ilang subject kay usually ang teacher mo kay na din sila main subject. Ang professional development, which is the formal, kay nag-focus din siya sa instruction improvement o sa teaching to academic content standards para maka-improve o maka-develop sa individual sa mga students and sa collective capacity for caring and community. Professional community. Professional communities are considered critical sources of individual and peer learning, motivation, improvement, and share accountability. When I was elementary, kay among mga teacher is mostly pagka Friday kay half day rami kay pagkahapon nila magkuan bitaw sila pero sila mag-seminar or magtipok-tipok sa office sa principal. Tas ilang hisgutan kay ilang mga improvement sa ilang classroom, sa ilang mga motivation, mga unsaon pag tackle or pag-solve sa mga problems, which is nagatabang din sila sa ka-teacher, ma-develop din nila ang kuan. Tas, according to Wallace, nag-speak siya sa importance of student-teacher relationship to building classroom community and student engagement. Dapat, gitagaan sila time which is once in a week, magtakon sila o saan nila pag-improve sa different nga situation. Developing capacity for caring community among students. Kani nga section kay gina-examine ang ilang several types of programs which is ang principal maka-promote o develop sa capacity for caring community among students. There are countless things that schools can do to build strong relationships and cultivate caring community for students. Many opportunities for building caring community can be planned, which is itakol on niya og unsa kayo ang nabilong ani. Classroom learning communities. This research finds that this teacher practices can strengthen social relationship among students and teachers and develop collective capacity for both caring and community. Which is kung ang sa classroom, maka-engage ang teacher o ang students kay mag-discuss man sila, which is ma-experience po nila mag-problem solving or magpa-answer, and then maka-foster siya sense sa belonging, dayon. Ang caring, maka-engage mo siya fair interaction, maka-promote mo siya cooperative learning, para ma-enhance ilaong academic achievement of social relationship, which is magsugod siya sa classroom. By doing so, they facilitate student academic engagement and success. Culturally responsive teaching. Ang culturally relevant teaching can be described by 4 markers, which is, according to Aronson of Laughter 2016, naiupat ka klase sa markers, unsaon pag-describe ang teaching, unsaon pag-discuss ang cultural sa eskwelahan, sa sulod sa classroom. First is constructivist methods to connect students' cultural references to academic concepts and skills. First of all, kay itakol nila ang unsa ang references sa mga students bahin sa cultural ug unsa ilang kaalaman o unsa ilang unsay makuan sila muna-muna kung makadungog sila og cultural. Number 2 is inclusive curricular to promote critical reflection among all students in schools and classroom, by which students consider their own lives living within those culture. Especially ang mga students kay lahi-lahi man gud ilang mga culture, so dapat okay ra po siya mag-sharing sila. Number 3, strategies to develop all students' cultural competence to help students learn about and develop pride in their own and others' culture. And 4, strategies to promote students' critique of discourses. 3, strategies to develop all students' cultural competence to help students learn about and develop pride in their own and other culture. 4, strategies to promote students' critique of discourses of power and oppression in the classroom, in school, in the community, and in society, generally, and to actively pursue justice for all members of society. So, ang culturally responsive teaching kay nasa 4 types, which is, ang una is, mag-discuss pa ng sila sa eskwelahan, ipakuan pa nimo sa imong mga students ug unsa ang culture nga unsay pasabot nila sa culture pag makadungog sila sa word na culture. And then ang number 2 kay di ba santa iya man culture ang mga bata, which is ginabuhat sa ilaon, and then imo siyang as a teacher imo siyang i-state kung unsa kay ilang lahi-lahi nga kuan para makadevelop sila sa ilang peer communication sa iyang mga classmates. And then makabalo sila og unsa kay ang klase sa culture ang gina-practice. And then ang state sa number 4 kay ang students kay maka-critic sila sa power of oppression to promote sa ilang mga classmates nga nasa ilang classmates nga nasa classroom nga makakuan sila nga lahi-lahi jud ay ang justice sa tanang members sa society kay lahi-lahi man tag mga culture, lahi-lahi tag mga pinuan, which is ang culturally responsive teaching. Social emotional learning. Principal can develop caring community by promoting programs of students and teachers social learning. These programs help develop mindsets, skills, and dispositions that promote positive and caring social relationship. Ang example silang program which is Night Buwan Wika or Nutrition Month, which is makaprocess ang individuals, ang students sa ilang mga knowledge, ilang mga attitudes kay mostly man good ang buwan ng wika or kuan pinamon dyan ay contest mga inana din kuan ilang skills, ma-develop ilang skills, din maka-understand sila silang emotion, sa set silang positive goals, kaya syempre mag-set yun na sila og goals, and then maka-feel sila og empathy sa tanan. Dayon maka-establish po siya og maka-maintain sa ilang mga decisions kung sa ilang gusto nga ipaabot ana nga ilang program. And then ang SEL magod kay maka-foster siya og intelligence, resilience of interpersonal competencies based sa lain po ng mga students. Social emotional literacy programs for teachers. Kani siyang kuan is pang teachers na po siya, kung which is ang una is pang principal karon sa teacher pero apil gyapon ang principal. The logic of these practices is to increase teachers' awareness of their experiences and promote reflection, self-regulation, and caring for others. Other approaches include programs of personal development not only professional development of teacher. Mostly man God kay magsugod yun na siya sa teacher. So dapat ang teacher kay aware siya sa iyong mga experience, sa iyong mga gipang-reflect sa iyong mga students nga napod siya self-regulation o nag-care po siya sa uban. Kay pag mag-approach bitaw ang personal development sa teacher kay silbing matakdan po niya ang mga students. Kung sa gibuhat sa teacher, mura po na sundon sa students kay paminaw sa mga students, sakto dyan ang teacher. Positive behavior interventions and support. Positive behavior interventions and support use data and a continuum of evidence-based intervention to develop and reinforce positive student conduct, which is ang pasabot ani niya kay ang teacher maga-support og mga positive conduct sa estudyante because especially manggod kay najoy something ang matawag jud nato nga mali nga behavior ang students, and then kung sila silang balay ang ilang mama ang magkuan nila nga mali na, so dapat mo ni ilang gamon mo na. Pero pag sa eskwelahan kay sa classroom mag-discussion man jud, then if makabantay ka or nga naay something jud nga different jud siya sa pagtagad sa bata siyang behavior, imo jud na siyang itama. Restorative practices. Restorative practices focus on establishing safer school environments through responsive reintegrations. These practices address misconduct, conflict, and delinquency by fostering community, establishing and mending relationship, and forming a more exclusive and caring, supportive school communities. Ang restorative practices kay mag-repair siya sa mga harmful or mga i-restore nito ninyo siyang relationship, which is example na mag-form of circle ang mga teacher o young students, and then mag-discuss sila bahin sa mga school settings nga ilang i-discuss unsaon mag-dialogue sila sa mga conflict bitaw na unsaon pag-solve mga inaana, tas kuan dayon sa teacher kung unsa iyang ganahang isulti para maka-gain of knowledge ang mga students bahin sa pag-build sa mga empathy, dayon maka-strength sa bond sa community. Ang restorative practices mga kay way siya na para ma-foster ang community, ang ma-mend ang relationship nila nga bisan pa og sa kuan yung panahon nga nag-discuss ang teacher, nara dyan time nga para maka-discuss na po, wala na dyan sa bahay na dyan sa ilang una, wala yung topic sila nga giset. Kung unsa ang ganahan nga itapos sa mga students kato ang tubagan sa teacher.
Peer mediation. Peer mediation focuses on long-term integration and reintegration of parties. Typically, peer mediation programs prepare students as neutral third parties to assist other students to resolve and manage interpersonal disputes. Students mediators encourage their peers to explore issues systematically and engage in proper active problem solving. So, kining peer mediation, ang eskwelahan is kuan sila og program nga peer mediation program, which is kining mga teachers or principals nangita sila og students nga ilang himuon og peer mediators. So kining peer mediators mo ni siya students ni siya nga og naay magkasamok-samok sa eskwelahan. So kini ang neutral third parties to assist other students to resolve and manage interpersonal disputes. So ilang kining peer mediators sila ang mopatunga o pananglitan na ay mga students nga nag-away, na ay mga problema sa ilang personal nga problema o maglalis-lalis. So kining peer mediators mo ni siya mo husay, mo ni siya mo patunga sa ilang kapwa nga estudyante nga naay problema. Student safety and security. There is substantial evidence that strong social bonds and support associated with caring community can go a long way to create physically and emotionally safe and secure schools for students. Safety is promoted through authentic, supportive relationship between students and teachers and among students themselves. Impersonality, individualism, lack of belonging, and alienation work against efforts to create safe and secure learning environments. So kining sa student safety and security sa eskwelahan kini siya ang naidako nga role ani is kanang teachers. So kay ug nata sa eskwelahan ang naidako nga role sa student safety and security is ang teachers. Nganuman kay ang teachers sa gitatawag pa mao ni sila ang ikaduha nga ginikanan sa mga estudyante. So sila ang naidako nga authority para sa student safety and security. Then dili lang kay ang kanang teachers ang nakakuan sa student safety and security. So naapunta sa school natay makita nga security guards, kanang guidance counselor, principals, napo na sila idako nga role sa students and safety and security. Kay og mo mag-cultivate ta og school as caring communities, so kinahanglan nga ma-feel sa students nga og inig-sulod nila sa eskwelahan nga ilang ma-feel nga secure sila og safety sila once nga makasulod na sila sa school. So, anti-bullying programs. In the past 25 years, bullying has been recognized as a serious problem in school. Bullying is a physical, verbal, or psychological attack in intimidation that is intended to cause fear, distress, or harm to the victim or to the students. So, kining anti-bullying programs, gihimo ni siya sa schools para mo ni siya mutabang sa mga students nga gipangbuli. Kay sa diha nga wala pa ning anti-bullying programs, so daghan kay mga students nga gipangbuli, daghan kay mga students nga kanang mawala ang ilang confidence para mo face sa mga lain nga students kay agi sa bullying. So anti-bullying programs is naga-promote siya og kanang caring and community. And iya pong gi-reduce ang mga tao, ang mga students nga nabiktima sa bully. And that's all. Thank you.